going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. The day we've all been waiting for, the day we can finally get our hands on the beta. And yes, while struggling on a mission, my beta decided to say, hey, screw you, you suck at this game, and rightfully closed. So if we can get 1.8 million likes in under 24 hours on this video, it would just make me feel better, so thank you in advance. But most importantly, this has happened to me twice. It's no biggie, it's just really frustrating, especially when you get to like a level that you're really struggling with. But nonetheless, I'm really excited, and as some of you will probably know, it was meant to go live at 9 PM local time, but it ended up just going live here in the UK anyway at 12 PM, which I believe was actually 9 PM in Australia. So it kind of just jumped ahead, which is in a good way because I've just grinded this game out. But all jokes aside, yes, my beta did crash twice and it was super annoying, but man, I have to say, this game is actually going to be incredible. Now, just want to quickly throw it in here. If you haven't played this beta yet, go ahead, get this stuff pre-downloaded. Literally, you don't want to miss out on this, especially if you're on the PlayStation. And hey, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on it so far. And don't forget, I am giving away a game of your choice thanks to Instant Gaming. So before I continue, check out that link in the description if you are not entered already. So, at first, I won't lie, and it's probably because we had to play A-Day again, but I kind of felt a bit iffy about the game. Then I got to the Bruce and Miss Marvel stage, and again, I kind of thought, you know, it kind of feels a bit repetitive. I don't really feel like anything's changed. Besides 4, I have to say that they really improved on 4. You just feel like you're crushing people, okay? With the hammer, that's probably I guess the best description that I can give it with that. But then I got past that Miss Marvel stage and Bruce and past the A-Day, and everything after that was great. Hands down, it is just absolutely incredible. Now, it's important to make you aware that the negative reviews that you'll see from this game are either from two types of people, okay? The first ones have to be one-button smashers, okay? Because there's a ton of different combos that you can do when it does come down to that, and all characters have their own unique ways to go about it, and it just feels great. Like, it's hard to explain, but you know when you can really feel the character and their movements, and whether a character feels heavy or super light or super quick, that really does give you that feeling. So it's either going to be from one button smashers or from people who just don't like this style of game. And I feel that it's important to say that because I don't think this game will be for everyone. Like, if you were to compare it to, of course, Spider-Man PS4, it's different, right? Because Spider-Man was an open world game. This isn't going to be an open world game, right? This is more campaign and co-op and so forth, but there will be, you know, exploration that you can do when it comes down to the main game. But I just feel like it's one of those things that won't be for everyone. But if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I have seen tons of people compare this game to Destiny. And when I first heard that, again, you'll know, and people start pointing out similarities, I was a little worried, as I've only played Destiny probably under 5 times, okay? And every single time I found it really boring. That's just my own personal opinion. That game was not for me. However, now I do understand what these people meant, and from someone who finds Destiny boring and this definitely having a similar structure, I can really say this is completely different when it comes down to the gameplay, and this seriously gets you on the edge of your seat, and it just makes you want to play more. Like, hands down, that's exactly what this does. And when I thought about the Destiny structure and so forth, I did think that, you know, it could be boring, but no. They've really done a great job here. Now, of course, like I said, the final version of the game will be able to do a heap of more in terms of, you know, exploration, but I know they are taking this weekend and next weekend to definitely switch up how we all play on the open beta weekend, which of course is going to be not next week but the week after, and then it will be the actual release for the game. So right now it's more mission focused, and the harm rooms are definitely a ton of fun. Like, you'll see me having the gameplay in the background, and yes, I did go ahead and main Iron Man. It was gonna be a situation, right? You guys knew that I was gonna make Iron Man my main, but when it comes down to other characters like Black Widow as well and Miss Marvel, like, I gotta say, Miss Marvel was probably super fun to play at the beginning because she just feels really quick. And when it comes down to swinging about, you know, of course she's just really stretchy when it comes down to the arms, swinging with the arms, like, it's really cool. Then you got Black Widow with the guns as well, that worked really cool. And then, like I said, Hulk, if I actually have to say something about Hulk, it's probably that he feels a bit too heavy, and sometimes when you are running, you kind of feel like you aren't running, if that makes sense. So it almost feels as if you're playing the game in slow motion, but I think it might be a bug. Like, I don't think this is an actual situation, so fingers crossed, if it is a bug, they do fix this, so that when I play the open beta, I can hopefully feel, I don't know, feel different about Hulk. But it's safe to say that you do actually feel like overall he is a heavy character. When it came down to Miss Marvel as well, I mean, the size comparisons once she goes super big as well just makes Hulk look tiny. It really does. But Iron Man, it has been my go-to. He's just been the most powerful character to my gameplay style. So I have to say that when it comes down to, you know, the gears and so forth, this is really my go-to. Again, I've only probably, when I say only, right, I've played about 5 hours or 6 hours of this game. So technically I am almost done to an extent. I mean, I've got to just do a few more harm rooms and a few more missions, but as far as it goes, like, I've really got a gist on how this is working, and I really do think it's a ton of fun. So again, I want you guys to leave your thoughts on it in the comments below. Is it living up to what you expected it to be, or is it not? I gotta say one thing as well, photo mode for this game, if I have to compare it to another game, it's just got your basic photo mode stuff, just like Spider-Man PS4 did. So as far as that goes, you can get some really cool shots when it comes down to this. When it comes down to Iron Man switching into Hulkbuster as well, there are some really cool references, like he kind of makes a few jokes and so forth. But one thing that I did find with the Hulkbuster is that you do have to hold down your L1 and R1 button for quite some time. When I say quite some time, we're talking about 5 or 6 seconds, maybe a little bit less. I didn't actually time it, but it just feels around that, which technically is long if you are in combat, because of course you need to get cover so you don't get, I guess, your butt kicked really, so you don't want to lose that power. So what I found with this that's interesting is, I mean, just get to a safe zone and then go ahead and do your Hulkbuster, and again, it just spawns the suit somewhere else. So once you've kind of spawned the suit, it'll be there, it won't disappear, and then you just go up to it and you hold square, and kaboosh kabam, you are in that suit. And that Hulkbuster suit as well, I gotta say, that is just something super powerful. When it comes down to destroying things in this game, I mean, you can really feel these things just crashing. We're talking about, like, you know, glass shattering, cars exploding, cars crunching in general when you're like running past them in the Hulkbuster, or if you're Hulk. So as far as that stuff goes, I mean, you can really feel like almost the brutality of it, if that makes sense. So again, that's just my opinion, but I'm really enjoying this. And at the beginning, like I said, I did feel like, you know, it doesn't really feel like it's what I expected it to be. But once we got past all that stuff, it's probably, I don't know, it might vary on like who you're really excited to play as well. But once I got past that stuff, you really get to feel the game a whole lot more. And I mean, just give it a shot. Do not quit at, of course, the Golden Gate mission, and definitely when it comes down to just Miss Marvel and Bruce, just get past that and you will have an absolute ton of fun. But guys, that's gonna wrap up this video here. As always, subscribe for more awesome content if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.